Hi, guys. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our Monday Night Leadership Call. These are the people who wanted to take their life and health to the next level. Tonight, I'm so super excited to have a special guest on. She's a really, really good dear friend of mine. We met through Stephen Lavodi, of course, through his Monday morning calls, but we became family, right, Laura? Laura and her husband, Myron, they live in Indio, California, and we actually met for the first time in person at NYKO in January, and we just fell in love with each other. We became instantly family. We're all part of they inducted me in the Music Makers group. I just truly, truly love them because they're true people that are all heart. They are truly a blessing into all of our lives and our friendships. And Laura's story is so amazing. I want her to share a little bit of her story with you. If you guys haven't seen her before and after pictures, both her and her husband have lost over 100 pounds each. And now Laura was just announced, I guess when we were at our event in New Jersey, she found out that she was qualified to go to Canada and win $1,000 for a finalist for IsaBody Challenge. So just tell us a little bit about it. Tell us how you got started and a little bit of your journey, Laura. Thank you for coming on.
Oh, thank you guys. And it was so awesome getting to actually touch a lot of you and see you all in person in New Jersey. It was amazing. Well, before Isagenix, I was tired. I was a tired grandma. I had 3 daughters and 4 grandkids. Took care of everybody but me. People ask me how I let myself go so much, and you just take care of everyone around you, and you just lose yourself, and that's what I did. And my husband and I both knew we had to do something. My mother passed at 70, and that was just too young, and I knew that being in my 50s, it was too close to that age. So we started Isagenix, and within the first week, we both felt amazing. We just kept going and going. I lost 112 pounds. My husband, Myron, lost 107 pounds. And I think between doing the system as the system is, we continue to do that. Being to the events, that just refueled us every time we went to an event. Meeting the people we meet, the friendships, the family. Like Susie said, it's a family. And that gave us a drive to keep going. And I mean, it wasn't easy. Everything you need to do in life takes work. And this really took a lot of work, but we were having fun doing it. And as long as we kept saying, as long as we keep having fun doing this, we're going to keep going. Then we started sharing it and just helping family and friends get healthy. It's an amazing gift that we have. When Isagenix says to do something, we do it. They came up with Healthy Mind and Body, and that program, I swear by it. I've done it 3 times. I won't stop doing it. It helps in every time I go into it. It's for a different reason, and it helps so much. And the IsaBody family, whoa, that support system alone gets you through so much. I went to my first ICU about a month in. We had lost 20 pounds. We thought we were hot stuff. We just felt amazing. And joining that IsaBody, I put my story out there and pictures about 6 months in, because I figure, you know what, I'm not going to look like that again. And the support I got from that Facebook group of IsaBody was amazing. So many people, hundreds of people were commenting and private messaging me, and it just kept me going. And we finish them and we repeat. We complete and repeat. I mean, who wouldn't? You get $200 in food 3 times a year, an awesome t-shirt, the softest t-shirts in the world, and a certificate. And the group, I encourage everybody to be part of it. Last September, Myron got picked as a random draw, and we went to Costa Rica with the IsaBody finalist of 2015. Albie Shepard's a good friend of ours. It was amazing to watch him. He built belief in me. He's the one that really gave me belief that when I watched him decide to do this and he won it, and now watching him on stage all this last year, he's amazing. And he was one of the first people I called when I got my call last week that I was a finalist, because he gave me belief that I could just do anything I set my mind to. After being in IsaBody with Costa Rica with all of them, we saw how much hard work they put in. These kids, they put in so much work. And we came home and got trainers and started working out and doing a new transformation. And, I just keep putting my story into them. I use it a little bit like therapy when I write my essay. Use it to get rid of some stuff that got you where you are, and tell them how good you feel, because 50% of the judging is done on your story. And they really read it. They read all of them. And they give back so much. This company gives us so much back in just support and love, and the amazing products that they come up with all the time. There's always something new. It's just been the most amazing journey. I'm still kind of in shock that I'm actually a finalist. We're going to Banff for Top Achievers, and they'll be announcing the other 4 of the people that were chosen this round. Myron got his call this week that he's an honorable mention.
Wonderful.
Which is $1,000, and then tickets to events. Apparently this is we're the first couple that have been chosen this way in the same judging period.
Wonderful.
Finalist and a honorable mention. So it's been such a ride.
I know you guys have been traveling, you've been visiting family, and we're taking some time away from you tonight because, you've been so generous to give back to other people. So tell me, when you were at that point where you had to lose 112 pounds and your husband the same, what was that deciding factor to go this route and not go a different route?
We checked into a lot of things. We tried to go through our doctors. We tried to go through programs that maybe our insurance would cover. A lot of it, you had to either buy a freezer because it was frozen food. The doctors, we weren't getting where we wanted to get. And we saw some friends of ours on Facebook living it up and having a good time, and we finally called them. I said no for 3 months to them. I have 3 adult daughters. 2 of them know our sponsor, Justin Holdsworth and Nikki and Nicola, and they even called without us knowing. I think Myron and I just finally looked at each other and I said, what are we waiting for? We kept having one thing after another not to do it. And August of 2015, we were at a concert and could barely fit in the seats. And I said, we got to call Justin and Nikki, and we've got to start this. And we did. We started the September 1st of 2015. And I'm going to be honest, knowing that the 30-day money-back guarantee, I've never stuck to anything more than 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Weight Watchers, all of it. I've tried all of it over the last 30 years. Never, I just figured, well, we get our money back if we don't. And we bought 4 packs. We gifted 2 to 2 of our daughters that really needed it. And for me, I taught my kids how to eat. And I have, my youngest daughter is very, very overweight, and I was afraid for her. I was afraid for all of us. And I think it was probably fear that something bad was going to happen if we didn't take control. And I'm so glad we did.
Well, congratulations. I mean, like, that's a hard decision. I know a lot of people today, they would consider weight loss surgery or doing something different. You know, you went the healthy route, you wanted to do the nutrition, and really, you know, as a husband and wife doing it together, I feel like the couples that do it together will stick to it together. And, you know, tell me, you've told me personally a little bit about Myron, how, you know, regimented he is and how he kept you on track when you didn't feel like doing it. Am I right?
Yes, yes. When Myron decides to do something, he researches and he does it. And he knew from day one that we were going to do this. Probably our first Ice of Body challenge, when I wrote my story, the complete story, and he told me I was going to be a finalist. And
by story, you mean your essay, right?
my essay, yeah. When I wrote that essay, he has always said that. And we've learned from all the self-development that we've been doing through this company that you just have to believe it. If you believe it, you will achieve. And I have said things, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and then I never do. But once I started really believing, and Myron, he pushes us, and I give him so much credit for this, because there were times where you just go, come on, I don't know what to do. I'm tired. And we just kept looking at each other, realizing how good we felt. This product makes you feel good. It's not just weight loss. I mean, we continue to this day. I have 2 shakes a day. I've been with my kids. I have a daughter who doesn't do isogenics, one of them. And that's who I've been with this week. And we've had a blast. We went to a brewery. We had barbecue. I actually had some beer this week, which I haven't done in over a year. But by the end of that day, I wanted my shake. I didn't want another meal. I wanted my shake because I felt good once I had it. And I don't ever see us changing the way we're doing things. The Amped line products, we use them daily. We are definitely products of the product.
So that's how you got started, products of the products, and now you're sharing a little bit with others. How long did it take you guys to reach your goal, or are you at goal?
I don't think I'm ever going to be done because there's always something else. Our goal weight, it was probably 100 pounds was probably around 11 months.
So that was the third Ice of Body challenge?
Yep.
Okay.
And we made it. We met someone at our first university, or NYKO in Dallas, Mark Ostrowski, and he challenged Myron to be on stage with him. He had lost his 100 pounds and missed his walk on stage, so he had to maintain it for that next 9 months. And Myron and him became very close friends with them. And we met once, like in person at an event, and they kept encouraging us and supporting us on Facebook. And we made a trip across country last summer in our RV for 3 months. And that's where we both hit it, while traveling and trying new foods and being in new states all the time. And we ended up going to Chicago, where the Ostrowskis live. and pulled up in their driveway and camped out in the RV. And Myron hit his 100 pounds while we were there.
Wonderful. Oh my God, that's such a great story.
Was like two little boys winning the Little League. They were so excited. And, you know, that's the family part. This is an amazing thing. Being able to meet and know that people are going to be your friends for life.
Yeah.
Is amazing.
And we know this is a lifestyle. It really isn't a diet. So, you know, changing your lifestyle habits, you can go to the brewery, you can have a beer, you can, if the side effects, you know, are, you know, we know it's going to be a little slower on those weeks than the week that you're doing it 100%. Right. But what did your normal days look like when you were going through weight loss mode?
A lot like it does now. My ionics in the morning, a shake, we'd have a snack. Sometimes it was a half a bar, or we would make, you know, a healthy protein. I think we go more for protein now, even for our snacks. Hard-boiled eggs, you know, some vegetables, hummus. When we're running around, we do a half a bar each. And then a meal in the middle of the day. We do our fork and knife meal at lunch because your metabolism is working the hardest between 12 and 3. So getting that meal in then when you need it to work the hardest to get rid of the food instead of the shake, because the shakes just absorb into our bodies. So I feel it's really important to do that. There are times that we would have meals in the evening, but most of the time it was that. And then another snack, and then our shake by 6 o'clock, and kitchen's closed. And I love that. I'm a mom of 3. I cooked forever. So being out of the kitchen by 6 o'clock with everything done, it was like a treat. I was just with my 87-year-old great aunt, and she looked at us and she goes, "You two eat more than I've ever seen in my life." Because we eat, you know, but with these products, we're able to live and do fun things. And that was important to show my kids this time. My grandkids are making better decisions when they eat. So I'm trying to break a cycle that my mom didn't know how to eat. That's where I learned it, you know? So learning how the proteins are so important for weight loss, to build lean muscle. I mean, I'm weightlifting now. If you would have told me I'd be in the gym and miss it when I'm not.
If you don't mind me saying, Laura, tell everyone how old you are.
I'm going to be 54 next month.
You look amazing.
Well, I feel better than I did when I'm in my 20s.
Truly amazing.
I don't remember feeling this healthy ever. And
so give a couple of words of encouragement for somebody who's struggling or, you know, has that big mountain to push like you and Myron did. You know, what would your words be to someone? I mean, I feel like, you know, this was a lifeline for you. It totally changed your life, a total game changer. You guys are on a healthy track. Your life is going to be so much longer because you're healthier. I mean, God, if somebody didn't share that with you, how stingy would they be, right?
So stingy. You know what? My biggest thing is just don't give up. I mean, there were weeks when nothing moved on the scale for us. And we both looked at each other like, what are we doing? You know? But the inches would. So I don't weigh myself all the time. We are definite cleansers. We did a lot of back-to-back cleanses, and that's when we weigh. We weigh right before a cleanse and right after. And Myron even had it to where we were tracking it. Because when you're doing this for such a big goal, you've got to pay attention to what's going on. And the tracking, it was definitely going down. Sometimes it felt like it stalled, but it kept going down. And you've got to just follow the system. John Anderson, this man is brilliant. He knows what he's doing. And it works. And that's what I tell everyone. It's so simple to just follow the directions And when you find yourself slacking off, you go back to basics and do a 30-day, because it's right there. Your 30-day is right there. And that's what we've done plenty of times. You know, now that we're working out, our protein intake is higher because we're building muscle now. And it takes that, you know, to build muscle. You've got to have the protein.
But when you were losing weight, we have a question that, did you stay within the 1,200 calories a day, or did you have more than that?
No, stayed within the 1,200 calorie. We did, our meals were 400 to 600 calorie, low glycemic meals. Portion size, 1,500 calories we did. Portion size is huge. Look at the portion sizes. I never even knew how to do that before. I knew it was there, but I didn't do it. Portion size is huge. You got to stick to the portion size of everything, even our isogenics. You know, your calories are there. What is the app we use?
MyFitnessPal.
MyFitnessPal. Isogenics is in there.
Nutrients.
You know, it's all in there. And track it. Write it down.
Where's Myron? Let's say hello to Myron. Tell him to come back.
Sure, babe. Yeah. He's gonna get over here, babe. It's crazy. I'm telling you, join IsaBody, you guys. It does so much. What it's doing for our business right now is blowing my mind. Because people are calling me now. They're calling us. People that we've been dripping on for a year and a half are finally chiming in.
Hi, Myron. Welcome, and congratulations for your honorable mention. How exciting.
Thank you. Yeah, it was pretty exciting. I was on the golf course, and you know, Caitlin called. It was like, wow, oh my God, what a month.
Yeah. You know, you can't ask for better than that. And while you guys are traveling, you're receiving all of this news. That's so exciting. And you guys have worked so hard. Kudos to both of you. We are so super proud of you guys. I'm so blessed to have you guys in my life. I'm so happy that we've met. I mean, the culture and the community of Isogenics is outweighs anything else that we have within this company. I always say that. But if you guys don't mind, I'm going to open up the chat really quick, see if anybody has any quick questions for you guys. I want to be mindful of time. So if you guys want to continue, unmute yourselves to ask a question. Jamie?
Question. Yeah. Hi, guys. Congratulations to both of you. You inspire me every Monday on our calls. So exciting. But my question is, through your journey, I mean, you've lost a lot of weight combined and individually. Have you hit plateaus, and what did you do to break through them?
Go ahead. Yeah, in fact, Laura, you know, I was overhearing what she was saying. I hit a plateau actually in Indiana. I was trying to get to the 100-pound mark, and I was 0.7 ounces away for like a couple weeks because I needed to hit 100 pounds. And I just went back to basics. I didn't put anything extra in my shakes. I made sure that I was taking the stuff at the right timing, you know, the timing. And I got up early, even though it was raining and pouring. I made sure I got a 2-mile walk in. I didn't care. I had to do it. So I knew I had a goal, and my belief was I was going to hit it. I wasn't giving up. I just kept on going. So that's how I broke through that plateau.
Okay, so you didn't change your calorie intake. You just tightened up the ropes, and you just.
Well, I did change the calorie intake because at sometimes, you know, I would add stuff to the shakes because I love peanut butter. I'd add that PB Fit.
Yeah,
you know. I took that option.
Okay.
I'd eat Ice to the Lights because I love Ice to the Lights.
Yeah.
Boom. And on my cleanse days, I'd only go to 1, you know, instead of, you know, 1, actually two for a day instead of 4. Because I just, you know, when I'd find, I do a lot of experimentation. So I really, like Laura was saying on FitnessPal, I track what we're doing. I go, oh man, something's not working, but I make sure the inches, you know, that we lost it in inches. But I had probably lost it in inches, but I didn't see it on the scale. The scale meant to me because I had to hit that 100 pounds.
Right.
But I did tighten up on that, and just, sugars. Make sure that it's the right sugar.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're
Have
welcome.
you guys exercised throughout the whole time that you started?
We actually, when we first started, because we were both pretty, not doing too good, we just like walked in the pool, swam in the pool, started doing aquafit, but we're doing aquafit with an older community. So we were like, it wasn't like they couldn't believe how hard we were working out in there. I mean, we were making like tidal waves in the pool, but basically it was just walking and bike riding. And we didn't really start doing strength training until October of 2016.
Yeah.
Do you have anything? I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut it on
No,
Laura.
that's good to know. That's what we needed to know. That's awesome. Anyone else have some
You're
questions?
talking 3 ounces
7
from
ounces.
7 ounces from his 100-pound for like almost a week.
Wow.
And so it happens. That's what I'm trying to say. It happens. But you just push through. You're going to do it. Just know it.
And then I went all the way down to releasing 107 pounds. But someone had told me at 50 pounds, a friend of mine, Colin, he goes, "Are you doing any strength training at that point?" And I'm going, "No." He goes, "Well, it's going to be detrimental for you at your age." And I said, "What do you mean by my age, first of all?" He goes, "It's going to be detrimental that you don't start lifting weights because you're going to lose muscle mass and bone mass." And I said, okay, but I was determined just to do the 100 pounds first. And then I started adding the extra protein because I add 2 scoops of Isopro right after my workout. And I add 1 scoop of Isopro when I go to bed for a belly buster. So I'm adding a lot of protein in addition to my Isoline, 2 Isoline Pro shakes.
That was going to be my other question. So you guys do the belly buster?
Yes. Now, protein's the key, but again, the protein I'm doing, you have to work out as much as I'm doing. If you want to, it all depends on what you're doing. You know what I mean? What's your goals?
And you got to understand, we're gaining weight right now. I've gained 8 pounds, but it's muscle. And I didn't realize that until I had we did a health fair. We had an Isogenics booth at our health fair in our community, and somebody had the inner body scans. And this guy was so excited when he did my numbers, and I had to call my friend Jeff and Debbie Beebe to understand what it meant. But he told me I was an athlete. And I laughed at him. I go, I am not an athlete. But my body, the 8 pounds I've gained is lean muscle. So that's a tricky thing when you've lost 112 pounds. You don't want to see that scale move the other way. But we're building lean muscle.
Yeah, it's a mental game, right?
Yeah, it is. And that's why the healthy mind and body is a must.
Yeah, these products, they work.
Mm-hmm.
The products work, but the mental game of the belief, you do not want to say to yourself, well, I'll never be that way, or look at what I used to be, because that doesn't matter. It is what you're going to be and what you are right now, because that's all going to change.
And I love it. You guys have no saggy skin.
No, I'm amazed. I have a friend that started, she got the surgery done the same time I started this. And she is trying to find the way to get surgery now to have the skin removed. So the products, I take extra product B, and I've done that since, I think it was about 5 or 6 months in, we started extra product B a day. I take greens every single day in my shake, every day, sometimes twice a day. But I think between those 2 things, it's huge to keep your skin good.
The Ionics too. The Ionics we do like 3 times a day.
I do that 3 times a day. It's an amazing, we have everything we need here. And it's all healthy. And who knew it was only nutrition that I had to change? I didn't need to get surgery. And I have a dear friend that does an OR nurse. And she even told me, when you get surgeries, it'll take you it would have taken her the same amount of time, these women, that I did it. But they go back. They end up gaining, because you can't learn, you have to learn all over again how to eat. So this is so incredible.
Now, we didn't really add the belly buster until like maybe 6-7 months into it. So we weren't doing the extra protein, and we didn't do the extra. Well, I didn't start doing the extra 2 scoops of protein till October of 2016. Yeah, so we started working out. Because to me, mentally, I thought, okay, this is calories. It's not. It's good calories. It's nutrients. That's the difference. When people look at calories, look at the nutrients, because that is the key.
So tell me, how much do you use in Ionics? You said you use it 3 times a day. 1 ounce 3 times a day?
Yeah, I do morning, I do afternoon. I love the liquid, but when we're traveling, we use the powder. But yeah, that's my favorite product personally. I love the way I feel. I love how I can recover from things. I can, I'm not as sick as I used to be. I feel that it just gives me balance. It gives me balance.
It gets your body set up for the day. Our trainer, who's, he's a pretty muscle guy, and he loves it. He just says this sets him up.
Yeah.
It sets him up, gets him in alkaline state, and he loves it.
Yeah. When your trainer's walking in the middle of you and says, what has gotten into you two? And both of us said at the same time, isogenics, baby. And a week later, he signed up.
That's awesome.
So he even saw it, and we had only been working out with him about a month and a half.
It was a month and a half. He signed up 2 more trainers, and we signed up another 2 personal trainers, and they're all like 35 and under, so it's pretty incredible.
That's incredible. Anybody else have some questions for Laura or Myron? We're so blessed to have them on the call tonight.
Hi, Susie, it's Annette, and hi, guys. My question always is that you always hear so much about at least 5 meals, small meals, snacks, whatever, throughout the period of the day, 2 shakes morning and evening. But I could wake up at 7 o'clock and not even be hungry till 11. I get up right away, and at least within an hour have that shake. But I'm really forcing myself to do that. And then I don't get hungry in between. But believe me, I have weight that I want to lose, and I just can't seem to move that scale at all. Maybe I'll lose 3 pounds even, or 4 pounds on a 2-day cleanse, but then it comes back. It comes right back. I can't keep it off. And the kinds of snacks. Now, the other night, Dr. Arciero was on the primetime call, and they were supposed to post what they used as the meal plan during that entire program. I have not yet seen that. So I really would like some kind of a food plan guide. Can you recommend where I would go, or what I should do, what I should eat? And
that's your timing.
First of all, the timing, the food you have to eat. That's what I learned from being in the movie business, and why I did put on so much weight, because I was not eating. I was like being rushed to eat, not eating at the right time, but getting this food in right when you wake up. You have your Ionics, you have your AM vitamins, and you have a shake. That starts you off, right? And then 2 hours, 2.5 hours later, a snack. Now, as far as snacks, if you go whole foods, what we did, and I recommend, is hard-boiled egg, or take the yolk out of a hard-boiled egg and put hummus in there and make it a healthy devil's egg. And we put lemon, and I like jalapenos. I put jalapenos and cayenne and everything. And, even a 5-ounce piece of grilled chicken, a small can of tuna, celery with hummus. In the beginning, I was doing like 10 to 12 almonds. And then for our meals, we stick with like wild-caught fish, free-range chicken, or grass-fed beef or bison, and a complex carb like sweet potatoes, brown rice, a half a cup. And again, it's your fitness pal. It'll tell you how many calories, 400 to 600 calories. So I'll stay in that range. And then a good fat, we love avocado. So we'd have like a half an avocado each, or some olive oil. And
well, Annette, and that's when you aren't feeding your body on a regular basis, like getting up at 6, 7 and eating, and then having your snack, your body starts thinking, okay, she's not going to feed me. So it starts storing the fat. Mm-hmm. And that's where the timing comes in. And if it's a half a shake you can do, and then have the half a couple hours later, maybe try that. But you have to fuel. I started instead of looking at food as my treat, or I was an emotional eater. So I ate for every reason. But when I changed with Healthy Mind and Body, I was able to change my mindset and see food as my fuel. I still enjoy my meals. Our meals, we started cooking together and started making that one meal like really incredible, finding new ways to make the things we love. But you've got to feed your body, because it's going to know if you skip a meal, it's going to store that fat, because it's going to think, okay, she's not going to feed me. And that's where it stays on. You know, when I skip snacks, that's when we would have a problem.
We feel it, yeah. And when we're on the road, we use isoline bars for snacks. And now that we're working out, because before we were only doing a half a bar each, now we're doing a whole bar, you know, for a snack. And sometimes I do 3 snacks. If I'm working out, the more you work out hard, the more nutrients you need to feed those muscles. So, but in the beginning, it was just 2, you know, snacks and one meal and 2 shakes. But you have to get 2 shakes in a day. And if you're over 50 years old, even 45, Isoline Pro, that's the one.
Gotta do the
36 grams.
Right, and I do. I have the packets, the isopro.
Are you drinking half your body weight in ounces of water? Because you have to do that every day.
Right, and for the most part, I am. Yes, I love water. I love it just plain even.
Yeah,
that's what we do.
Yeah, just remember that when you're waiting to eat, your body is just deciding, okay, I got to store some stuff because I don't know when I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
But when you start doing it, but my body knows when that 2 hours is now. I don't even have to look at the clock anymore. And sometimes I look at the clock and I go, oh, it is 2 hours, you know, but your body will take over. It's a habit.
Yeah, it's a habit. Exactly.
It's a habit.
Just like brushing your teeth. Like
It's
I said,
a
the
lifestyle.
ionics, vitamins, and a shake, habit. Boom. 2 hours later, a snack. It's a habit.
Great. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Awesome. So I want to be mindful of time if anybody else wants to ask a quick question. Otherwise, we're going to wrap it up. We're all good. Myron, Laura, thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you so much for getting on the call. I know you guys have early travels tomorrow. We appreciate and love you, and I can't wait to see you guys at our next event and celebrate you as hopefully winners.
That's right.
Enjoy your trip, and thank you again for getting on our call tonight. We love you guys.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Love you
Bye.
all.
Believe, everybody. Believe. It happens.
Yes.
Believe.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Take
Take
care.
care, Rebels.
Bye-bye.